Well, hello everyone, this is Builder Shed here, and today we're going to be talking about the whole shrimp toast crunch situation. Which has basically been blowing the minds of the internet over last day, other than Microsoft buying Discord rumors and the other thing that happened yesterday, which I'm not planning on discussing. So, let's hop right into it. Oh, fuck. Oh boy, I almost about pressed my key bindings too soon, fellas. Let's actually get into it. So basically, was it? Yeah, it was alright. So basically, what happened was that someone basically got some. I keep on messing up somehow, bruh. So basically, someone bought some Cinnamon Toast Crunch and they encountered what appears to be some fried shrimp in there. Basically, some cooked shrimp covered in cinnamon in their Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah. So let's read this article and also give some of my thoughts on the whole situation. So, the first paragraph we're going to read. On a level, everyone knows that contamination is possible when it comes to mass-produced food. We all do, fellas. We all know that for certain. Occasionally, I have found a green bean in a bag of frozen peas or tater tot in my fries, and it's fine. I think that's something we can all agree on. We usually don't care what the crap we find green beans or frozen peas in our bag or something. But when it comes to seafood and breakfast cereal, we'd like to think factors are kept pretty separate. But if this box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch with dried shrimp tails is any indication, apparently not. So basically this person, known as Jensen Karp, basically he found some shrimp tails covered in cinnamon in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So he went to Twitter and posted, at CTC Squares, why are there shrimp tails in my cereal? This is not a bit. So going on Twitter, you can certainly see that those actually look like, you can actually see like actual what looks to be stuff that came from a shrimp. Anyone who's not deaf would know that's shrimp stuff. Like, that's come from, not blind, would know that probably comes from a shrimp. So, let's go through. So basically, on second paragraph, basically, from looks of it, they go into more detail on the more background then. On Monday, comedian Jensen Karp tweeted at Cinnamon Toast Crunch made by General Mills asking for, any explanation as to why these desiccated shrimp tails came out of my bag of morning cereal. At first, the brand insisted they weren't shrimp tails at all, but an accumulation of cinnamon sugar that can sometimes occur when ingredients aren't thoroughly blended, and that in this instance, it just happens to look identical to the leftovers of a shrimp buffet. Upon deeper investigation, Karp assures that they were indeed shrimp tails. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has now issued a statement saying the shrimp incident, did not occur at its facilities and it must have been an issue of tampering. Basically, this is another thing to point out. People have been making like shrimp puns, basically, etc. about this whole situation on the internet. It's one of the big thing in memes. So here's the other tweet by Jensen Karp. Okay, we'll after in further investigation with my eyes. These are cinnamon coated shrimp tails. You weirdos! It wasn't all that mad until you now tried to gaslight me. Well, of course, there's a little grammar mistake, but who cares? So basically, he basically pointed out basically the truth. And I don't blame Cinnamon Toast Crunch for this. For like lying that it was like about being eating an accumulation of cinnamon sugar. Because if I was like in charge of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I would probably say something like this just to protect my brand. But it doesn't make it right nonetheless. You'd still do it if you were in charge of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. More than likely. So back over. So basically, here's the statement Cinnamon Toast Crunch issued on the Twitter. While we are still investigating this matter, we can say with confidence that this did not occur at our facility. We are waiting for the consumer to send us the package to investigate further. Any consumers who notice their cereal box or bag has been tampered with, such as the clear tape that was found in this case, should contact us at 1-800-328 at 1-800-328-1144. So basically, now Cinnamon Toast Crunch is claiming it may be tampered. And that may actually be a possibility here. But again, it also brings up the question, why would someone tamper it? Wait a minute. It's probably just some teenager who thought it'd be funny. It was probably a 16-year-old who thought it'd be funny just throw some shrimp in it. Who knows? Considering the number of Twitter hoaxes out there, it was reasonable of the New York Times ask Carp if this is just a bad prank. But the comedian, who I'm seeing married to Danielle Fishel, a.k.a. Topanga from Boy Meets World, and once performed on the rapper named Hot Carl. It says that it's real. Further revealing that within the cereal, he also found a string that looked like a pistachio. And what he fears could be rat feces. Oh my! Really? First you end up finding shrimp tails in your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And now you end up finding from what you think is rat fecal matter. I would probably throw the entire box in the trash and try to make myself vomit if I ever ate any of it. I'd be trying to vomit like how the anorexics vomit, fellas. I would be wanting to get that crap out of my system. Seriously though, I would literally just try to vomit it up if I ate Cinnamon Toast Crunch earlier and I found that crap in my cereal, man. So basically, let's move on. Carp is apparently trying to get the cereal tested by a lab, and a researcher is going to morphologically identify the shrimp using microscopy, and he will work with a team of researchers to use DNA to try and identify the putative shrimp down to species. I don't know what would be the point of just getting that, doing that. It's shrimp at the end of the day. If I'd be trying to do anything, I wouldn't try to get that, sent to a lab. From what it looks like Cinnamon Toast Crunch now knows it's a shrimp, not clumped up sugar. Or clumped up cinnamon. They now know it's a shrimp. They now believe this dude that's a shrimp. So if I was him, I probably would just be looking into this a bit more instead of going to a lab and trying to find out the species of the shrimp. Because what will that matter to what you're trying to do? What you're trying to find out. You're trying to find out why there was a shrimp. Not where the hell the shrimp came from. If some dude just... if it came from China or Mexico or whatever. So let's read a bit more. The New York Times also notes that this is not the first time General Mills has had to contend with shrimp where they don't belong. Oh. So in 2011, the company sued a Michigan blueberry packer after a shipment which was intended for future use in blueberry scones was found to be contaminated with pieces of shrimp, the paper reports. All these. So basically, this wasn't their first time having to deal with shrimp in in areas that would be normally unexplainable. Why the heck it is in there? Of everything that could have gotten in there, nails, checks, an actual amount of cinnamon sugar that looks like shrimp. Shrimp really does have the element of surprise, and inspiring people to intentionally mix shrimp and cinnamon toast crunch in some new dishes. So what are we getting? A bunch of chef PPs from SML like wannabes now out there? Hold on. For now, we can only speculate to how it got in there. A possibility. One day at the beach, a shrimp have snatched a beachgoer's graham crackers, got a taste for cinnamon, spawned. Now there's a gang of cinnamon-hungry shrimp roving the country, wreaking havoc on innocent cereals. You've been warned, or as some Twitter users contend, Carp is just lying. Though the only upside seems to be the week's worth of internet attention and lifetime dubbed Shrimp Tail Guy. So basically that's the end of the article. So basically we ended up getting a lot of memes out of it. Shrimp Toast Crunch, fellas. For example, has been a common joke term being used stuff now, where people just making Photoshop boxes of Shrimp Toast Crunch. In fact, that's why I plan on making the thumbnail of this video like a stretched, why is my computer's fan going off? Stretched cinnamon toast, stretched Shrimp Toast Crunch box image. That's basically the running gag on the channel. Stretched images. That's the running gag, fellas. So, basically, I think it's about time to put this off. But still, fellas, we can't be forgetting the old stuff, like the style of Builder Shed from, half a year ago. So let's look at the responses on Twitter, fellas. Well, fellas, that's the end of the video. Hope to see y'all next time. See ya.